Oh, snap. Greetings. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. I might as well inform the people that we are indeed live. Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh, okay. That'll do. Going to inform the people that we are live streaming. Thank you for the thumbs up. Whoever did that, it's appreciated. Welcome. Thank you for the second thumbs up. It's appreciated. Feel free. We have 5 people. Only 2 thumbs up, so it doesn't add up. 3, that's great. Another 2. That's how you know when you have some haters. So we are live streaming now. Okay, that's shared. And let me share the invite link to whoever would like to come and participate in this discussion. So, invite. I mean, it can be misleading when I put invite link because some people who are not familiar might think that it's the link to invite their friends or family. But if you're listening, you. So, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I really liked yesterday's conversation. We had 6 guests, and that was great. I was listening for most of the time, trying to also show messages from the chat. It was really nice. And we'll see how it goes. Now, for those who don't know, where's the link? Thank you to see. Actually, there are a few, but the number one is this one here. That one that I just shared in the chat is worthy. Now, hold on. Okay. Another one that is worth watching is called Deception of Asiatic Black Men. And that one is not some conspiracy theories, just some historical breakdown about the origin of the Asiatic Black Men movement. It comes from France. The inspiration comes from France. And those movements derive from Freemasonry, the Masons. Then there's this video here, White Semites, Black Awakening. I've heard, I was looking at a video from the Dagger Squad, and Garfield was talking about the Sumerians, talking about the standard of ore. First, he showed it from a website, then he went on Wikipedia and he informed the people that this was coming from the British Museum. And indeed, for whoever wants to have a look, this is appearing in the British Museum. And this is the things that I've been, a standard of ore, amongst other things, is what I've been showing for quite some years. And I've been saying that the Sumerians were white for how long? from about 2011. And for those who don't know, I was greatly attacked for saying that. Greatly attacked. Standard of 4. Hold on. Standard of 4 museum. That thing here is fundamental. Now, let me do the screen share. Let me do the screen share. How is it looking? Make this bigger. Under the 4. You can see it's from the British Museum. As a matter of fact, let me share the link so everybody can see it from them for themselves. I'm going to put British Museum. Easy. And in bracket, standard of 4. King Shadiradi has joined us. Welcome. How you doing, brother? So here's what they say. You see there? It says description. The standard of 4, decorated on 4 sides with inlaid mosaic scenes made from shell, red limestone, and lapis lazuli, set in bitumen. One side shows a war scene. A Sumerian army with wheeled wagons and infantry charges the enemy. Prisoners are brought before a larger individual who is accompanied by guards and has his own wagon waiting behind him. The reverse shows scenes of men bringing animals, fish, etc., possibly as booty or tribute. At the top of the same large individual banquets with other men, they are entertained at the right by a singer and a man playing a lyre. The triangular end panel show the object was found crushed but has since been and samples retained. So it clearly says this is a Sumerian army, because I'm hearing people saying those are not Sumerians. Well, apparently they're trying to say that the British Museum got it wrong, but they got it right. And look at this. Look at their phenotype there. Oh, what about the date? See there? 2500 BC. So, hold on. I wish I could make it bigger, but I think they have a. I think they have other. Okay, here. Oh, that's the maximum. Okay, never mind. Oh yes, here it is at the bottom. There it is. You can see them. Look at their phenotype, and there's the one that this. Hold on. Here. Look at their phenotype there. See that? And you know what? I went there myself. And I'm about to look for the video. There it is. Yeah, I will spare you the ad. It's loading and struggling right now. Okay, so there it is. Now, it was uploaded on August 14, 2017. Two years ago. And this is what it looks like. This is the primary. And in the video entitled "Black Semite Shocking Revelation," there's a particular part of this artifact that leaves you with nothing but questions. Now, Black Semites Shocking Revelation. Now here, this oh, okay, hold on. Is it big enough? Yes. This one here, it says the king, the largest figure on the panel, sits on an upright chair. This is the king. So you have the individuals and the king. Some people are going to try to make me to make you believe that those were Africans. But anyway, so Asiatic tribute bearers. This is from the British Museum, dated 1400 BC. 2 years ago, I showed that. 2 years ago. Ashurbanipal. Some of his depictions in the Louvre Museum as well. But this is all British Museum here. And that's the one here. You see here? This is an animal, like a, not sure if it's a bovine type of animal, if it's a donkey or whatever, but this is an animal standing on its two legs. Okay? This is the face here. I wouldn't say it's a dog because of the shape of the legs, like very thin legs. And this individual here looks like he's holding something there. Don't know what he's about to do, but. And even the British Museum here, as you can see, they wrote the end panels show fanciful scenes. So I guess that's a British polite way of saying sus or suspect. Look at this. Wifey showing me love while I'm live streaming. Love you too, boo. So that video, White Semites Black Awakening, you can understand how significant it is. I will show more artifacts. There are so many. There isn't much doubt. And I'm glad that I was able to show these so-called coils, because it's a huge confusion. People wanted to put black people in the Abrahamic mix so much. People that a lot of individuals look up to. And it's time to retire inaccurate claims. It is time. But all through the years, all through the centuries, let me close this here. We've been having the same phenotype for these Asiatic people, for the Sumerian people from Iran also. This is from Iraq, 20th century BCE. You have the moon along with the sun. Amazingly, it is consistent. Then again, the moon and the sun. Here you can distinguish the hairdress or headdress, sorry. And you will see that it is similar as the one that I showed in the video entitled Black Semites Shocking Revelation. Mesopotamians, 19th century BCE. The moon, third millennia BCE. The moon and the sun. 20th millennia, was it? Anyway, from Sumer to Babylon. Look at this. Is that a black person here on the screen? Around 2700 BCE. 2700 BCE. Look at those. Don't they look similar as the one we see in the Standard of Ur? Don't they? Doesn't the phenotype look the same? Thank you to whoever put that thumbs up on Facebook. Appreciate it. And if there are other people watching on Facebook, then feel free to put some thumbs up as well. And that's for the brothers and sisters watching right now. Feel free with the thumbs up. There are about 10 people, but only 5 thumbs up. So I guess I have some ups peeping, looking, watching, monitoring. Oh, this one right there. Is it eBay? Oh, let me go back. Oh, no, no, I don't think. Hold on. It looks like him. Let me go back. I'm wondering if it's the one that is in the Louvre Museum. Look at this. Look. Oh, dang. So let's look at these phenotypes. Look at this. Got the next page. Look at this phenotype here. Does he look like a black person to you? Look at the hair and the beard. This is Ashurbanipal. This one looks like the one in the Louvre Museum. Between 2900 and 2300 BCE. Oh, look at this nose. This nose. We have Seb Kemet. Let me pause this.
Hello, hello.
Seb Kemet, welcome.
Hold on a second.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. Just let me check something. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm good.
Okay.
So, I've been watching your videos, the videos that you put in right now. And you want to make me believe that grown ass man thinks that these people were black or African or. No, I'm asking because, I mean, I'm asking you, is that what you're trying to tell us?
That's what they're trying to tell us, indeed. And they are confident when they say that.
Wow. But some people claim that a man like Fard Muhammad was black. So I mean, what's next? What
Indeed. If
what
Far
can you say?
Muhammad is black, if Far Muhammad is biracial or mixed race, like they say in England, then
Eh,
of course anybody with a little bit of tan will be black for
I'm
these
saying.
individuals.
So yeah, I mean they don't look anything black. These people that you are showing right now, they don't look anything black or anything what we call African. Like the phenotype, nothing. The
Mhm.
nose, the mouth, nothing. They even their color on the on the thing, they're white.
Mhm. On the
Do they
standard of all,
claim it?
definitely.
But is there anything that from their time that claim they were black? Because
That's
like
a good question. That's a good
I
question.
mean, you know that like when we talk about Kemet, they were saying what? Yeah, Kemet because we were black. They claim it. They paint it. If you look at the book of Sheikh Anta Diop, you can see you have Semites that they look fairly white, or let's say tan. Is that the word? Yeah, is that the correct word? Yeah, they don't look black. Then you have Africans, like even how you call them, what we call the Sudanese today, and then you have the Kemetic people. They were they look black, but these people they don't look black. And I'm asking you, in their time, because they knew how to write books and stuff, did they write anything about we are black or we from Africa? Or I'm asking that because I mean, is there any claim of that?
That's a that's
Hello.
a that's a very 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 good question. And I want to show them. Yes, can you hear me?
Um.
Can no?
Yes.
Or am I breaking up?
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's okay now.
Okay, okay. So it's a very good question because indeed I showed a video where we had someone who described himself as black about 2000 BC in Kemet,
Hmm.
and there's another one also that was mentioned.
Hmm.
Uh, those Sumerians, Akkadians, people from Iraq, Iran, from Asia,
Yeah.
did they
Yeah.
describe themselves as black? The only word black used ever is for the Sumerians. People say that they were called the black-headed ones. But when we look at the artifact, notably the standard of ore, we don't see that. And what our brother was talking about was this.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. The cover of the book of Chikanted. Yeah.
I want to make this
You can
bigger.
see clearly.
This is found exactly. That's what it's
You see the
used for.
Egyptians, the what we call
Indo-European,
the European,
that's Amu.
and other
Other
Africans.
Africans, this is Nehisi, so that would be a Nubian. And
Yeah,
you can
the
see
Nubian. That's
here
what the word. Yeah,
and
and the
here
Semites.
they are alike. See,
Yeah,
and then finally, now I cannot. Hold on, can I say it? If I look directly on the, I cannot really tell what the word is, but that's the Semite there. And I think this they say it comes from the tomb of Ramesses the Third,
yeah.
about 1200 BC. Now, of course, this is a painting, a representation of the tomb. On the tomb itself, it doesn't look that clear,
Hmm.
so that's why they have that painting, that
Yeah,
representation.
yeah, but you see the Semite guy. Okay.
Mm.
Earlier, you show a man who looks like that with the
Mhm.
beard, and you see, yes, this man. Yeah, this one.
Usually, the phenotype is the same: the beard, the
Yeah,
hair, the shape of the hair, and that band there. And that's what I show consistently in the video, White Semites, Black Awakening.
yeah. Because
Those are the individuals that we find a lot
mhm.
um, in the paintings or representation from Kemet.
And if you and even we know that in Kemet, you don't really see people with beard. Like it wasn't something like it's mostly things from the Semites and the Greek who used to have beards. Am I right or wrong?
Well, I would say so. The people we will see with beards, there will be the deities or the pharaohs. But
And
normally, we don't really
even
see.
them,
Yes.
apparently they had like I don't know the word in English, come a postiche. Like it wasn't their own beard. They used to put it and then took it off. So
Possible.
yeah, I need to find back where because I heard that from I can't remember where, but if I find it back, I will tell you. But the beer
Hmm.
is mostly things that from the Greeks and the Semites and the European. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you look at the statues from Pharaoh, yeah, from any Pharaoh from back then, you don't
Yes.
see beers, you don't see things like that.
No.
So I don't know. I mean, how come Egyptians or whatever Kemetic people didn't have beer, but then the others had? So I mean, there's nothing. I don't know. I
It's
don't see
true.
no logic. The,
It's true.
so
It's true.
so
This it's not logic. It's belief. It's
yeah,
religion that
it's
makes
belief.
them
Exactly.
say so. Yes,
It's
it's
belief.
wishful thinking. They want black people so bad to be in those areas, in those regions,
Yeah.
and indeed, as much as people are criticizing the cultural appropriation, or as some would say, culture vultures,
Hmm.
we have many black people, mainly Abrahamic black people, who are doing the same thing. They are doing cultural appropriation. They are blackening almost any damn thing on the planet.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything was black. We know this type
All
of
black
people.
everything.
Like, yeah, yeah. Everything was black for them, just to please and suit what they believe in. I think. I mean,
It's true. And they are doing that for very ancient time, as far as the Sumerians,
hmm
all the way to more recent time about the conquest of Europe by the Muslims, and they love to say that they were Moors and that they were black people.
yeah.
But I have yet to see some Moorish kings.
Yeah, because for you, Shaka, are the Moors were black back then? Because if we talk about Moors today, Moors is like what we call the oh the oh those people from North Africa.
Hmm.
Like today, if you say Moors, you don't talk about like Sudanese or people from Senegal, you know.
Hmm.
So for you, because some people are claiming that the Moors that fight against the Spanish back then, these people were black. So
That's what the Moors
what's your take on
claim.
that?
But my take is that um, it was Muslims
Hmm.
who conquered parts of Europe
Hmm.
and ruled for some time.
Hmm.
And amongst those Muslims, there were some black people. Just like today in the
Okay,
French army, you will
not
find some
all of
black
them.
people. Just like no, not all of them.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned,
Uh huh.
that's even there was not even a majority.
Hmm.
The black people within the Muslim armies that conquered in Europe,
Hmm.
that was not a majority. There's most likely a minority.
Hmm.
And even in the book Golden Age of the Moor,
Hmm.
when we have representations of a large group of our army, you
Hmm.
will see some black people here and there, but you will see several other white people. And it's
But
as simple as that. And yes, go ahead.
okay, now I want to know where those black people were coming from, then. Because
I
were
couldn't
they?
tell.
Mhm. Go on, go ahead.
I couldn't tell specifically which
Hmm.
country they were from, but maybe they were um, people who were um, enslaved
Hmm.
after the Muslim conquest,
Hmm.
or in a state of servitude.
Hmm.
Because, for example, it is known that the Muslims used to castrate black men. And
Yeah, yeah,
some
I
of
know
those
that.
black men used
Yeah,
to look after the harems,
yeah,
those
stuff
places
of that.
basically where there were all the women for the king to get busy,
Hmm.
or the rulers to get busy. So they would castrate them, and by cutting their penis off, they will be sure that in the absence of the rulers,
Yeah,
those people will not get busy with the woman.
yeah. And this apple happened till like the very like till because I saw some pictures of that, like some not recent, but like for less than 100 years ago. So yeah, I mean that's their culture. So, but like okay, I was reading the comment of King Shady already.
Yes, he wrote Moors mean Muslim.
Hmm.
Some were black Africans, some were white Arabs. And Moors over time had different meanings. At
Yeah.
some point, Moors was a word interchangeable with Muslim.
Mhm.
Um, Maybe similarly to Saracen, but that could be debatable. And
Can you repeat that?
way earlier, Saracen,
Okay,
Saracen.
okay, okay. No, okay.
But maybe am I breaking up or is it okay?
No, it's okay now. It was me.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay, all right. And way back, more primarily had the meaning of black, more or less.
Okay.
But that's like
Because
way before the Muslim conquest. That's like BC time.
okay. Because if you look at the uh, I think we call them in English the Corsica, the Corse.
Yes,
Yeah, the
yes,
Corsica.
Corsica.
If you look, yeah, if you look at their flag, people claim that these people, the guy on the flag at least, was a Moor and is black, like what we say, Jack Black, like
Yes.
so. Was this guy a Moor? The guy on the
Now,
flag for you?
I really don't know the story
Hmm.
of this individual on the flag.
Because there's
The
so many
color,
different stories too.
yes, the color indeed is black. But in the Louvre Museum,
Hmm.
and I want to show that to the people. Um, I'm wondering. Okay, I think I will know how to find the video. But in Greece
Hmm.
and the other areas, but mainly in Greece, you have some vase
Oh,
with some paintings
okay, yeah.
of people.
Hmm.
They were painted. So there's a possibility that even though the color used for the painting was black, that it was not a black person. It's
Okay.
possible that it was a black person indeed. Why? I really did not know. But what's for sure
Hmm.
is that when we look at the population in Corsica, if
Yeah.
at some point you had some black people living there or ruling there, I think we will see some result of admixture, like we can see
Yeah.
in Morocco. Now,
Okay.
many Moroccan people
Hmm.
have some dark skin, and some of them, their hair is
Hmm.
close to be as nappy as black people's hair.
Yeah. Yeah, because even
But I want to share.
on the flag of Corsica, the Corsica flag, the guy on the flag don't even look like us. I mean, if you look at it, so he's yeah, as you said, like you said, he's
And
just
actually,
black.
let me look at the flag. Well, indeed, well, it's not. We cannot really be sure when we look at the flag. We cannot
Mhm.
really be sure about the phenotype from the flag alone.
Yeah,
But I would say that it's possible.
mhm.
Yes,
Because why
it could. Go
well,
ahead, brother.
now I was saying like why I use this example because many people use this example, like especially in where we are in France. Like I don't know about the Americans, I don't think so because Corsica is part of the history of France. So black people or whatever in France, we use people use this like for saying that Moors were black.
Yes. Well, there it is. You see here on the screen.
Hmm.
Now, this is like 500 BC, Athens. This is Greece, an
Uh-huh.
erotic scene, and it says fragment of a cup with some black figurines. I'm not
Hmm.
sure if figurine is a word, but they were painted in black.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think.
Yeah, maybe it was the style of the art
But
back
as
then.
far as I'm concerned, that's just the color. You see.
Yeah.
Now it's not close enough for people to make out the the actual phenotype, but I
Hmm.
hope that there will be some others. You see here, it's the same there. And check this out. For the people who are quick to jump to conclusion because the painting used is black, now they will need to explain to us first of all, look at the nose there. Look at the hair, the shape of the hair, the length of the hair, and look at the color of the hair. Red hair. So where do we find black people with red hair? The
Yeah.
only time we will see
Maybe
black
in
people with,
Somali today.
yeah.
In this modern time. You know those people like specifically like more in Somali or Sudan, they have red beard, but it's like
Because they put henna.
yeah,
They
exactly,
have red, they
exactly.
put henna. And you will have people maybe in Sudan. There's some who I can't remember if it's cow urine that they put on their hair so that the color would change.
Yeah.
But the only thing as close as red when it comes to Africa would be the people from is it what was their name? I forgot the name of the tribe, but they like to paint themselves with red ochre. But
Oh
that's
yeah,
about
yeah,
it. But
yeah. I know what
yes,
you're talking about.
yeah. And is it Herero? I forgot.
Uh,
But we would not see the hair as closely similar to what we see here right now on the screen.
mhm.
Asiatic black man is in the place. Greetings to you,
Whoa,
brother.
that's the man.
Yeah. And maybe there will be some others. Now it looks like well, I don't know if it's two grown men, but this is basically
Yeah, I
two
mean,
men
it
kissing.
could,
This is the Greek way.
yeah,
This is
it's
the
their
Greek way.
style back then.
Now look at these two men,
Yeah,
you know.
this is their
But
culture. So
yeah, so that's only there might be some more, but I just wanted to show
yeah,
like a
sure.
couple. But people people are quick to jump to conclusion
Mhm.
with some artifacts, but it's important to look at
The bigger
the
picture.
main body available. For example, yes, exactly. For example, the one I think the hold on, let me look for it. The one about the king of Lagash. Gudea. Okay. Just so that the people know, it's just loading as you can see. But this area there, where we see the king of Lagash, this one here with the so-called coils, which is nothing but the like the headdress, all around, if people look at the artifacts, they all look white, Caucasian. I'm not sure if I will show that because my main interest was to show here. This is actually not the king of Lagash, but the prince of Lagash, Gudea, prince of Lagash. And on the left, you have, and really all through, they look similar
I can hear you.
to. Okay, let me try something.
Now it's okay now. Can you repeat what you
Okay,
just
can
said?
you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's okay for me.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Yes, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Now I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Je sais pas, mais je suis en train de faire le live là. Ils sont là, hein. S'il y en a, ils sont dedans. Là. Ouais. Can you hear me now, brother?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Because
Okay, that
I
video is
couldn't
over.
hear what you just said before because it was starting.
Oh, okay. Now maybe here, I'm not sure if on this one here
Hmm.
we can see the No, I'm not. I'm just showing the two statues,
Mhm,
but this is the son of Gudea.
mhm.
But there are so many to see, and that's a beautiful thing about
Is that me or his connection is freezing?
brothers and sisters. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Don't have the best connection in the world, but should be fixed sometime soon. Have to excuse me for that. Now, can't remember exactly what I was saying, but it's consistent when we go through the artifact. Oh yes, that's what I was saying. If you ever get the chance to go to the Louvre Museum, the number one spot that you need to go to is the one about ancient Egypt or Egypt period. And then it's definitely worthy to go to the Near East. Um, that's where you will find artifacts from Iran, from Sumer, from Babylon, from Mesopotamia, all these areas, and you will see all those different artifacts that they have.
Mhm.
It's consistent all through.
Because Asiatic Black Man put a comment that is interesting. Can you read it? Uh,
Now he there he put Greek erotic art is sick.
no, the one after.
Yes. Then
The
he
Queen of
wrote, the
Sheba.
Queen of Sheba said, "I am black but comely," in bracket beautiful. All you daughters of Jerusalem, dark as the tent of Kedar. This is the biblical literature. We cannot take that for face value. We cannot take that into consideration. The historicity of the Queen of Sheba has not even been established. We don't even know if she existed.
Wow, you're going hard on them, Shaka.
So, and really for us as a people, it's usually the same circle, vicious circle. Um, because some of us believe in some particular literature, they want to put themselves in the mix. But let me just put this for the record, put this back so that people can see the examples There's so many more, so many more. It's consistent. You see here the hairdress is similar that we have seen previously.
Mhm. Yeah.
Some of these individuals that we see, sometimes you have a lot of very small fragments with cuneiform writing and so on, and we cannot really make up their phenotype when they are very small statues or figurines, very
Mhm.
small carvings. But you see, the headdress,
Yeah.
the sign, and usually we will see the moon, maybe accompanied by the sun or by a star, but this is consistent. See, look at the long beard. You can find black people with beards, but the shape of the beard is not the same. We can clearly see this is straight hair. Neo-Sumerian era, around 2150 BC.
Mhm.
See, this is the kind of above. I don't know if I will show it, but above, this is the kind of artifacts that we have. Now, Mari, this is Syria,
Okay.
second millennium BC.
Yeah.
We can already see from his beard that this is. Now, look at what King Shadi Reddy wrote. Looks like Osama bin Laden's great grandfather.
Now, yeah,
Now,
for real.
Asiatic black man put
Real.
Bible.
In
He put
case of
Bible in case of Sheba, and Kedar is pointing to geography. That's fine, but that's an interpretation. Now look, Akkad probably. No, this is the French way. Agade. I'm not sure if it's Akkad. Let me double check.
can you
A-
yeah, Google it.
Agade. Yes, that's Akkad. That's the French way of saying Akkad. Look at this here. Look at this nose. Look at
Yeah.
those lips. And look at this one here. This one looks like the same one that's in the Louvre Museum. And just for the record, so that people can understand. Now, look, this looks just like in the standard of ore, the phenotype there. And I show this the standard of ore. So just so the people can understand, this is the National Library of France. In the library, you cannot make noise. So that's why you see this little piece of paper. I've put those pieces of paper at the pages that were of interest, and I filmed the whole thing. And then when I got home, I did the voiceover. You understand? That's why it's moving so much because I'm holding my phone and turning the page and so on. But look at the phenotype there. Look at this. Is that black person? Are those black people? For real? Come on now. It's undeniable. Look at this. There are so many. It's consistent. And we have the names, the dates, and the places. Well, not necessarily the names for all these statues and all these artifacts, but we have definitely the dates. Look at these, brothers and sisters. Look at this. You would think it's all the same family.
We are family.
See?
Now, come on, let's be serious now.
And when we look at the R's from Kemet, if we look at similar dates, 2000 BC and so on, it doesn't look the same at all. It doesn't look remotely close. So we need to wake up. We need to wake up. Look at this here. Now,
So,
the way her hair is on that picture, some people might argue, well, maybe she's black. Okay, some people might say those are braids. Some
yeah.
people might say that. Yeah, this one is the one from the Louvre Museum. I filmed it before. If it's not, it looks like his twin, but I'm pretty sure it's the one from the Louvre Museum. But you see those noses? Come on now. See that? Those are the primaries. Now, Asiatic black man wrote, Kedar means to have power, ability to compute, to ordain, and Kedar means black. Okay, what language is that? What language is that? Look at this phenotype here, brothers and sisters. It's coming from the temple of Ishtarat. Look at this. Look at this phenotype here. Look at that one. Look at the beard. And once again, I'm sorry it's moving so much, but this is archaeology of the Arabian Gulf. (2700 BC). Now, Asiatic black man wrote, why did Queen of Sheba say dark as the tents of Kedar? Who is Kedar? I was just asking what language it was, but that's what the Bible says. It's a theological book. He also says, cursed be Canaan, that his brothers shall serve him. And if we look at the descendants of Canaan, then we have Ham, we have Cush, and so on. And if we look at the literature, rabbinic literature, we are given more explanation about the blackness of the descendants of Canaan. Now, everybody can read, but it says he has a broad, rather pudgy face. Okay, I missed that, but anyway. But he talks about Sumerians. Let me just go back. So he's describing that individual. He says he has the broad, rather pudgy face with adoring eyes with which the Sumerians were accustomed to portray themselves when engaged in prayer. He is nude, which suggests that he may be a priest or official. Since the early Sumerian times, there is evidence that the priests conducted their rites in a state their rites in a state of ritual nudity. So the Sumerians, brothers and sisters, used to do their rite in a state of nudity. It looks like they predated the Greeks in being nude. And I thought about something, and it's a quote there from Sahih Bukhari, which says that during the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, the people used to perform tawaf of the Kaaba naked. You see? So 2700 BC, we have that guy who's naked, who's apparently in a position of prayer. The Sumerians used to do their rites naked. And even in Sahih Bukhari, we are told of people who used to walk around the Kaaba naked. So we see similarities there. Looks like we've lost the brother, but that's fine. If he can, he will come back.
No, I'm here.
Okay, brother's back. Once again, the moon. All this is consistent. The Oxford Encyclopedia of Archaeology in the Near East. Volume 1. Oh, that one is interesting. That one is definitely interesting. Check what we are going to see. I love that one. Canaanites. Now, this one here, that's an Egyptian. Those are Canaanites. This one I don't think he is. This one here you can tell by the beard, and also I think he has that thing, that band on the hair. See the beards all through. The phenotype is different. Canaanites, relief showing Canaanite vassals from the Memphite god of General Oremheb, Saqqara, 18th dynasty, courtesy of Rijksmuseum in Leiden. And you have the page there. And look at these individuals. This is the distinction between the Egyptians and the Asiatics as the Egyptians saw it. Those are primaries. Canaanites. Now, this is a copy of a mural from a tomb at Beni Hassan. And the brother Anthony showed us the actual pictures of the original artifact from Beni Hassan in a museum, from a museum in Vienna. Asiatic black man said, Kedar is Arabic to have power, ability to compute, or then Sheba said she was dark as Kedar. Kedar stands. Now, earlier, brother Asiatic black man, you wrote Kedar means black. Now you're saying that Kedar is Arabic to have power, ability, and so on, just like you wrote there. There you wrote Kedar means black. Here, you don't say that Kedar means black because we can look it up. So, does Kedar mean black in Arabic? Adapt that. Now, this is Iran. Still the moon. This is too small for us to make up to figure out what their phenotype is. But we have the symbolism. Now, I did not follow through there. I mentioned Mirror. Let me go back to see what was shown. Okay. Now, this is volume 4, Archaeology of the Near East, volume 4. Phoenicians. Many people say that the Phoenicians were black, so there are some statuettes. Now, this is from the Louvre Museum. This hairdress, this headdress looks similar than the ones we've seen before. Now, where's that queen from? I don't know if it's a female, but you have horns here. So I don't know what kind of I don't know what it is. Look at this nose, this nose, and look at this the lips. The three-horned goddess. This is a goddess indeed. This is a goddess. Tel Arad. That's Israel. This is an Israelite goddess. Brothers and sisters, we need to get a clear picture, clear view of the Israelite God. This is an Israelite goddess, brothers and sisters. I will let you marinate on that for a moment.
Be the judge.
Oh, let me just write that down now. Where's this thing? What is it? All right, I'm back. I hope everybody had a great opportunity to observe the Asiatic goddess, the Israelite goddess.
Observe.
Great. So, welcome to you, RP. How you doing, sister? Now, before that, Asiatic black man wrote that Kadar is a powerful term for black. That in the variant Hadir, it means black, green in Arabia. So you're saying that Kadar means black in Arabic then. RP is asking, is that hair on the side of her ears? Well, she has three horns. She's a three-horned goddess. A goddess. Oh. Lucifer is usually portrayed with two horns. She done took it to the next
Took it
level.
like
She has
next
three
level.
horns. RP is greeting us all.
She's upgraded ever.
She is upgrade. And she can upgrade you like Beyonce,
Yeah.
you Asiatic black man. Israelite goddess with three horns.
So these people were our ancestors. Is that what they said? Is that what they claim?
This is volume 5 of archaeology, encyclopedia of archaeology, Oxford Encyclopedia of Archaeology in the Near East. Plus, oh, baby girl, easy. That's from Arabia. That looks like the crescent, moon crescent. So that's in Arabia. It was the capital of the kingdom of Qataban, pre-Islamic South Arabia, which included Saba, the biblical Sheba. Look at this crescent. Still erected by Ur Namu. (2000 BCE). Ugarit. Oh yes, I love this one. Here, this is the Egyptian Atef crown, number 14. And look who is wearing the Egyptian Atef crown. It's a statue of the god El in bronze and gold.
Well, it was the Syrian
And it
version
says
of the.
there,
Whoa.
the Egyptian Atef, the god El, the supreme Semitic deity, wearing an Egyptian crown. I guess we got it. We had it on lock.
Yeah, this was the wish version.
Now this is this one, the number 15. This Baal. And check this out, brothers and sisters. Check this out. Hold on. You see, this is number 14, right? Okay, one moment. Number 14, there it is. Now here, there, it says found with number 15. Number 14 was found with number 15. And number 15 is that one there. That one there, not this one here above. And what is that one? What is that other one? Number 15 is a statue of the god Baal. So the statue of the god El was found all together along with the statue of the god El. And it is from El that you get Elohim. Look at this headdress, similar to the ones that we've seen before. The archaeology of ancient Israel. Whoa. That's from Jericho. Looks like an alien to me. But hey.
Don't bring that on, Shaka. Don't say that.
We already had a three-horned goddess. Look at this nose. Oh my.
Wow.
Is that a god? Another goddess? Anthropomorphic goblet from Jericho. Look at this nose. Look at this nose, brothers and sisters. Now, here we are told that the cylinder seal is of Mesopotamian origin and came into use in the land of Israel by the beginning of the third millennium. Third millennium. Now, once again, those are the small depictions, but we can see the symbolism.
You even see the ankh, something like that.
And I wouldn't say it's an ankh that we've
Now it
just
looks
seen
like, I said.
here.
Yeah,
Looks
that's what
like it,
it looks like.
but yes,
But we know that they copy us things.
that one is disputable. They don't say which deity. 12th century BC, the Museum of Israel. Oh, that looks like Hathor. That's why they didn't say which deity. See, as soon as I seen it, I said this looks different. It doesn't look. See, the nose doesn't look like the previous one. The lips are thicker, and whoever knows a little bit about Kemet can tell that this is the symbol of Hathor here, Het Heru.
We know for a very long time that all the gods from even the Greek period was inspired by the by Kemet, basically, because
I
Greeks
wouldn't
used
say
to
all.
pray,
I wouldn't say all, but
not all, but
some. Yes, yes.
at the beginning, if you remember, the Greeks used to pray black gods, like their gods were painted black. Why? Because our gods were black. So, and then after we know what they did, they tried to put it their way, but everything is inspired by the Kemet, the Kemet. So, and that's facts, and you're showing it right now. So it's undeniable.
That's
It's
way
there.
back.
It's there.
Way back. Now here, just for the record, here it's talking about Flavius Joseph, Josephus in English. That's what you call it. He was born in 37 A.D. And some people are trying to use him as a source for the historicity of Jesus Christ. But as you can clearly see in this book, it says that he was born in 37 AD. So basically, let's say that I die in 2020 It means that in 2057, 37 years after I die, somebody will write something about me and mention my name. And even that, in the testimonium, it is disputed. Some people say it's a forgery. But then some people will try to claim that this is contemporaneous. It will not be during my lifetime, but that's just for the record.
Yeah.
So let's see what's next. Ah, je suis en train de faire le là, tu me dis non là. So you can make what you want of that phenotype that we just seen, but there will be some more. Okay, we have hands in this position, which probably reminds you of something, and we have what appears to be a crescent and maybe a sun in between. Oh, that one here, brothers and sisters. That one here, brothers and sisters. What do we see here? Look at the hair. So it says workers, in parentheses, slaves with a question mark. So they're wondering if they were workers or slaves, transporting material or building material on a chariot. Detail from the palace of Sennacherib, Nineveh. Now, where is Nineveh? Nineveh is the French way. Where is Nineveh? Let me do it this way. Nineveh. Nineveh, not Nineveh. Nineveh. Nineveh.
It's Iraq.
Uh, no, it's Oh yes, I'm sorry. It is Iraq. My bad. My bad. It is Iraq. So do we have a hold on?
It's like the north of Iraq.
700 BC. 700 BC. Okay? And look at them again. Look at their phenotype again. You see? 700 BC. Iraq. And you will be able to compare those with the king of Judah. Or is he king of Israel? King of Judah, I think. Jehu. You will see him. We have another special nose. And it's funny because there are some physical characteristics. I'm not going to dwell on that. Don't want to be accused of anything. And this is like around 4000 BC, so that goes way back. But it's all good. It's all good. Okay, well, this is a manna coming from the sky. It's just a representation. I'm just skipping over that. I'm just skipping over that. Oh, this is the Dead Sea Scrolls and second century BC. Aramaic inscription mentioning Beit Dawood, the house of David. Let me skip over that. Oh my goodness. Is that another goddess? Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. That's the one from the cover. They chose this one for the cover, so okay. It doesn't say if it's male or female. It just says that it's a human face. This is between 17 and 1500 BC. Good
Thompson.
looking. Congratulations. Some ruins. Aramaic inscription saying Jesus 100 AD. 100 AD. And I think that's the one. Jehu. You see this one here? See this here? And his companion here? See those two here? Let's see who they are. Look at those phenotypes. Look at the hair. Who are those people? Kala in bracket Nimrod. Jehu, king of Israel, bringing his tribute to the Assyrian king Salmanazar III in the British Museum. Look at this here. Jehu, king of Israel. You can even tell that they look similar to the Assyrians. Now I know that earlier I have a clearer zoom and I want to let it marinate. Many times I mentioned that Jehu, the king of Israel. There it is. So I want to let it sink in. Now, I want to prepare something, a depiction of Arabs during BC time. So don't forget to show it. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. In the chat, let me know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Now, Arabs. Ah, there it is. 1,000 years before Muhammad. I will show that to you afterwards. So let's continue. Jehu, the king of Israel. Oh, okay. What is that? Okay. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. Alexander. When you see this phenotype, doesn't it look similar to the one we've seen? Doesn't it look similar to the king of Israel that we see here? They look like Alexander. They don't look like Cushites. They don't look like Egyptians. Oh, what do we see here? What do we see here? Now, let's see. You can definitely tell straight away that those people are Asiatics. You see the beard, you see the shape of the hair. The nose as well helps. Look at this phenotype here. Look at this here. Let's see. Let's see. Attack of the attack of Kadesh by the army of Seti the First. The inscription on the fortress says, the country of Kadesh and the country of Amuru. This is from the temple of Karnak in Thebes. I mean, the temple of Karnak, Thebes. It's called Karnak today. It used to be Thebes. It used to be called Thebes at one time. The ancestors called it Waset. And for the record, Kadesh Kadesh is Syria, for the record. So those are your Syrians. Now, those are Egyptians. I was just showing that the material is fading away. That's why it looks like kind of blondish, because there are some people making some crazy claims about Egyptians with blonde hair, but no, that's because it is damaged. That's why. And you can see with the others, the color of their hair. Can you see the difference? Look at the hair there. You see? Nothing to do with what you were seeing previously when it comes to these Asiatics. There, what do we have? You see this one? I think that's the one that Runoko Rashidi showed, and he said that this is the oldest depictions of Jews. And then people trying to make you believe that maybe it's not this one, but anyway, people are trying to make you think that those are so-called coils that represent kinky hair. Assyrian soldiers parading their prisoners is from Nineveh, 7th century BC, from the British Museum. Now you can see how they got down. Some people are trying to make you think that people in Egypt were horrible people because you have depictions of hands cut off. It was war, time of war. But here, can you see what they are holding? They are holding heads. Look, see? One head, one head. You see? And you see this, if those are coils representing kinky hair, what's up with that here? Would they have kinky hair that would be long like that? And remember, there's some that I showed you, some depictions that I showed you in the Louvre Museum, where you can see their beard with straight hair, and at the end you have these so-called coils. This doesn't represent kinky hair at all. Now, that's the end of the video now. So let me show you Arabs 1,000 years before Muhammad. Okay, it's just an odd. Gotta wait to skip. There it is. So that's, hold on, let me make this bigger. So Ashurbanipal, troops pursuing Arabs. Assyrian troops pursuing Arabs on camels. British Museum reference ME 124926. Stone panel from the North Palace of Ashurbanipal. Nineveh, northern Iraq, Neo-Assyrian, around 645 BC. You even have the link at the bottom, but this is from the British Museum. Everybody should be able to find it. Now we're going to do a close-up. And we're going to do a close-up. Can we get closer than that? There it is. There it is. Are you going to tell me that that those are dreadlocks? Arabs. 1,000 years before Muhammad. You see this long straight hair? You're not going to tell me that those are dreadlocks, are you? But anyway, that's for the record. Let me go through the comments. Asiatic Blackman wrote, not sure on the dating. I know they carved figures, some of ivory. Hiram sarcophagus is Egyptian style. That's 1000 BC, also in Byblos, Lebanon. 19th dynasty makes sense. Amarna letters are 18th dynasty, right on. Oh, actually, I missed some messages. Those are French. Qui suis-je? Salut. J'espère que tu vas bien. And he wrote, always some good job. That's about all the messages. So, brothers and sisters, if anyone would like to join the conversation, I'm sharing the link to participate. And if people are shy, that's fine. We can call it a day. I'm just going to wait for a little while and see what's up. But if we call it a day, that would be fair enough because we've been live streaming for an hour and 42 minutes already. You've had phenotypes, you've had depictions, from 2600 BC to more recent time. And all through those centuries, and all through those millennia, the phenotype is consistent when it comes to the people of the Near East, of Mesopotamia, Sumer, Akkad, the Levant, Israel, Arabia, Iraq, Iran, Caucasian type, Caucasoid, doesn't look black. So people can say that they were black all they want when we go to the data, when we go to the records. That is not what we see. Now, brothers and sisters, also, don't forget to put some thumbs up. And definitely share this video. Kemet Ma'at before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And I will share the link again. Let me just gather the link. 320,000 views. And that's the video that I would like you to share, brothers and sisters. Now, thank you very much for being there. I might go live tomorrow. I'm not sure. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will definitely holler back at you later. Hotel.